Well, it looks like it rained a decent amount here. It's kind of muddy where he drove off the path there. I got that excavator started up. Robert's in the dump truck. We got about 3 or 4 more loads to haul, a few more trees to take down right there. And this side will be done. Oh, we got a pile of roots and everything down there as well to load out. But I'm gonna go stack this pile up here real quick and go ahead and load those trees out and that debris right there. Take it to the burn pile and then take off over the hill to where the road's gonna go through the woods and start clearing that. All right, finally the last load cleaned up here this morning. That was the little bit of dirt and roots. So got all that cleared back. Left some of the oak trees right here and another section right here, and then left all those oak trees and possibly a little cabin site up there. We'll let Robert take the rake off the dozer. Well, I'll take that back. We still got one more load up here to load out. But I'll let him take the rake off the dozer and come in here and blade all this off and just kind of flatten this off and push it over there to the edge of the woods to kind of level it up a little bit. There's a little bit of a hump right here. And we'll stack the burn pile up one more time and then take off up there to start on the road. So there's the section of road I graded before I left the other day with the motor grader. Last video you saw on that. Stone ends right there at motor grader, so all this is going to reuse this existing road to about, right there, so about another 500 feet. Use the existing road. Then it's going to come straight where that flag is. That was the existing road. Now it's going to come through the field, and we're going to follow the top of this ridge right here to try to avoid as many drainage problems as possible. So all this should run to the right of me and all this should run to the left of me, so we shouldn't have to do a lot of ditches or anything. He's trying to keep it where mowing and maintaining is as easy as possible, so that's the reason for not trying to put in so many ditches and everything. Just follow the high ridges and there really should not be a whole lot of runoff. So it's going to curve right here and then follow this little bit of a ridge. We're going to try to stay at the bottom right there, and this should drain. I'll have to probably put a little swell on the uphill side of the road to carry it down there, but that should just sheet drain down across the field and then over into the woods. So what I'm going to do right now is come down here and clear the path through the woods, kind of get a feel for where the road is going to come out on the other side, and then we'll start stripping more topsoil and getting this road base cut in. So people always ask me if I run into bees. Well, the answer today is that walnut tree has a hornet's nest in it, and that's those great big ones. I think that's probably the first time I've ever ran into a nest of those, but I'm gonna crunch this tree up real good and move it far away from where I have to work, because I have to take these trees down right here to get the driveway through the woods. And that's the last thing I want to do, is be out and about with all those bad, pissed off bees swarming around. Take a couple of trees down now. Those hornets are still highly upset with me. So, definitely not going to open any doors or windows, because they are just swarming. I don't know if you can see them on camera or not, but they're just swarming around the bucket and thumb over there. Looks like those big European hornets. I don't think I've ever ran into those before. Those things are huge. I mean, you see them all the time, but I've never actually seen a nest of them. It'd always be like that one great big one that gets in the cab, flies around. Sounds like an airplane. that in half. There's nothing of any value there, so go ahead and break it up, haul it away. Make it easier to drag out. There we go. Like so. And if I can break this in half one more time, it would just fit the truck a lot easier. Roots out, and I'll probably go ahead and drop that great big one right there then. Figure out where I'm going to put it, because I don't know if I'm not brave enough to chainsaw right here just yet. I'm sure that rumbling chainsaw wouldn't attract the pissed off bees, would it? Might push it over and then drag it over there to the other side. A little safer. Alright, well, let me get some more of this cleaned up, and I'll drop the next tree. I'll probably go in there and maybe open that up a little bit, make sure I'm heading in the right direction. I couldn't walk through there, it's too overgrown. So I decided to hold off on taking that great big tree down for now, until I can get a path through the woods here, through all this little brush and vines. So a lot of this is actually grapevines. Some of it is poison ivy, but everything I see in here is just the wild grapevines. That over here to my right is poison ivy, but all of those are just briars and grapevines. And this is some very nice topsoil down here, and it has all got to be dug out to a solid base before I put the road in. It looks like I've got a lot more work to do. But it's going to be really cool, the driveway coming through the woods here. It's going to take a few loads of dirt to get this leveled up. I need to go through up here and figure out exactly where I'm coming through the woods at to the field. That way I know if I need to take down those trees or that tree. Until I can actually see, just kind of going for it right now. Which normally works pretty good. So it looks like the Hornets have moved away. There's still a couple random ones, but I don't see 100 of them swarming around anymore, so that's good news. I got the tree that they were in buried in the brush pile now, so it's about 3 feet under vines and brush, so it's packed in there pretty good. They can't get to it. I was hoping that that would make them want to leave. Robert's grading out the edge of the field over there, so I don't have the truck over here yet to load that out, which is fine because I've only got maybe 2 loads here. Nice to be able to have him to be able to kind of go over there and grade that out with the dozer while I work on this, getting stuff done today. I'll get this road punched through here today. It won't take too much more work, I don't think. Should have most of it done by lunchtime. Calling for more rain tomorrow and Monday. Today is Saturday. So what I'll probably do is go back to the existing road and work on cutting those shoulders out and just laying the dirt over the trail path and blading that in. That way I'll probably have 400 feet more of road ready for stone. I mean, worst case, I could always get, but it could send me probably 1 or 2 trucks just to kind of work on getting that covered while I work on other stuff. That way I'm not so bombarded by 5 trucks hauling stone, which it worked good. I just didn't have time to breathe. But yes, all these are grapevines, and they actually do produce grapes. Oh, was that what I thought it was? Would you just look at that? A balloon. I mean, it's just... and we have a string. That's bonus points. Oh, that's a nice one there. It's just not a clearing job unless you find a balloon. Alright, well, let me get this cleaned up. My little path broke through there, and let's see where I stand at. Alright, let's load some of this stuff out of here. Rubber's back the truck over here. Put some of this stuff in there, make a little more room to work. So there's one really nice oak tree down there. So this big gum tree is just going to have to get pushed out into the field and cleaned up. Have to back over here a little better. Hope this stays in the truck. Stumps on the wrong way. Maybe. We'll find out. I don't know. Nope. I don't think that's going to stay in there. Nope. Just like I thought. Catapult. Spin it around the right way. This is when the grapple's nice. I guess what I don't have on here. Facing the truck the right way. The log wasn't so long, it would have fit in there a little better. Alrighty, let's grab all this stuff. Somewhere in there is the hornet tree. I think it's that one. Nope. So tight on room, I got this stuff packed in the pile so tight. I'm gonna break it up a little bit. Facing the wrong way too. That one might stay in the truck. Let's find out. I'll put it up on the headboard. That was a little violent, but it stayed. That'll stay. Be a nice little road through there. Add more to the burn pile. That thing's going to be huge. I'll let this stuff sit, dry for a little while. I got to figure out, I guess I got to go over there and dig a hole and see if the dirt over there by the burn pile will be good enough to use for a borrow pit. I was using my phone. If not, I'm gonna have to dig one up there on top of the hill and then haul the stuff over there to fill it in where I got all the clay for the building pad at. Just have to wait and see. I still see bees, hornets. Make sure that that goes in the truck on the next load, and that should get them away from here. All right, that's a load. Well, it looks like a nice full load. Got 2 more, well, I guess that's 2 up there. 3 more trees to take down. I'm gonna ride out with him. We're gonna go get lunch, come back, get that knocked down, and the driveway through the woods will be done. That is poison ivy, and I am going to go around the front of the truck so I don't have to walk through that. We'll ride out here and go dump a load of brush out. Here we go. We got 2 more trees to take down. Well, 3. That one, and then the double. Oh, second gear always lets you know about it. A little squishy right here, so I'll have to do a good undercut right there. Cut all that out. Tie that grade back into the field. We got a nice trail now. We can actually see where the road goes. It's gonna be nice kind of meandering through here. Just a lot of rock. A lot. Oh yeah, it is a little, right here on top of the hill too. Are you making bigger ruts? Oh yeah. Well, it'll be getting the 6 to 8 inch undercut like the rest of it. Oh yeah. It's just loose from being tilled up. Hopefully. Bouncy, bouncy. The good thing is the burn pile is not getting any smaller. No. I'll drive down there, and I wouldn't go too fast. I got it like 6 foot higher than the sides. The burn pile's making the dozer look small. Maybe I need to burn it while it's green so it's not so big. That's going to be quite the fire. Well, it looks good over there now. It's got all that bladed off. Have 3 more logs to add to the pile. Which side you dumping on? This side? I'll jump out when you start dumping and take a video of that. Big pile of brush falling out. A giant, looks like a giant loaf of bread. All the vines, so many vines. That's all this thing is vines. Here we go. Better stand right here in case something falls off. So many vines. Well, at least it'll dry out good and burn. Alright, I gotta cut this side out right here, and this big double gum will be ready to fall over. Hopefully, I need to get angled a little bit more. I gotta fall it out in the field because it's gonna tear up the trees back here I'm trying to save. So, yeah, wish me luck. It's it in the ground. But I think once I get this side dug out, it should go then. 2 or 3 more scoops and I'll get the machine moved over. It ought to go. I am on the downhill side of it, so that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Get that root ball undermined a little bit, and that'll kind of create a little hole for it to fall into. It seems to help some. A little bit more, and I'm going to push on the big trunk because that one's a little more straighter. Alright, let's see what's going to happen here. Timber! Well, they just went straight. Ain't nothing I can do about it. When you get a tree that big, sometimes it's just got to go where it's going to go. Alright, let me fill this stump hole back in and grab the chainsaw. Go ahead and cut that stump off. So the path through the woods is now cleared. Last load of brush. So the road's going to come through here. Nice straight shot. Flagged it out with the owner. And then come up here to the top of the hill. That meadow strip right there, I'm going to kind of cut it and move it over here to run down beside the road because it kind of goes right through here. And there's a ditch right up there where that green grass is. So that'll catch all the runoff that comes from the hill and direct it down here beside the road. And I think that'll be a better route for it. They had it going over here beside the wood line. I was just afraid it was going to get wet down in there over the winter time. So moved it up to the top of the hill, and I think it'll be good. I'll come back in here next week. There's some rain coming, so I'm just going to leave this well enough alone. Take the dozer, strip all this mess off, and then figure out where the center of the road is going. I'll probably need to cut out about 18 inches, 2 feet of this topsoil, and then go ahead and bring some clay in here. So yeah, there'll be a lot of dirt to come in here, but it should look like a real nice road. I got 40 foot of 24-inch pipe to put in right here to carry any of the runoff that comes from that swell that goes from way up there. So that should be adequate. We got about 3 more hours to work today, so I'm going to go down here to the road and show you what the game plan is for that. So I know it's hard to see on camera, but the bank is about 2 feet higher than the road right there. So I'm going to come in here and kind of cut this out a little bit to soften that up and lay the dirt on the other side of the road where we can run down there with the dozer and blend that in and kind of make a nice shoulder all the way down. And whatever dirt I cut out from the road up there, I can dump it along there and just kind of soften that slope up and make it a lot easier to run the mower down here and keep everything mowed, because right there now it's about a 12-inch drop off, and that'd be a little bit difficult to keep mowed. So I'm taking about a foot right here off this edge, and it's really making it look a lot better. Laying that across the road, you kind of see that edge there a little bit better now. Robert's coming with the dozer and we'll blend that in there real quick. Push this off, and pretty much I'll move a little bit of dirt Monday. Should be able to get that cut out to the woods. Won't be but a few loads. Get all this dressed up, and then worry about moving dirt to build the road. Can't really do that until my pipe comes in. easier down here with the ruckus rake on it. Really slick that up and that'll turn out pretty nice and smooth then. This sheet drain across the road no more than what's going to come in here. I think it'll be okay, and the rest of that will run down that. Well, the pond's starting to fill up from that rain. We got an inch last night, so it turned muddy at least. Got a new little pond right here, and that looks like it's come up about 6 or 8 inches. We got the edge over there cut down. I cut some more right here. I'll have to haul some dirt when I cut it out from up there to finish that shoulder out. I'm going to jump on the ruckus rake before I leave the skid steer there with the rake and clean that up a little bit. The owner had some hog slats right here that he had from an old hog barn, and he unloaded them with his Mini, and I'm going to lay them down here in the spillway for the make kind of like a little boat ramp, and then stack the rest of them out there in the pond for some fish habitat. So hopefully these 4 right here aren't too broke up, and I'm gonna grab them with the excavator and lay them in place. So let's go right here to the spillway. That'll be the easiest spot to back down, as it's the most shallowest and softest approach. And let's see if I can gently place these in here. Lightly level that up a little bit. Really all it's for is just so if you have a little trailer to be back in here, the tires don't sink down in the mud too bad. Alright, let's see how well this is going to work. I've gotten dumped too close. That's not going to work like I wanted it to, and I'm tearing all the straw up. Should have been done before seed and straw, but here we are. Be gentle. Let's see, that's probably somewhere about right in there. I'll take and put a little bit of dirt around it later. So these are concrete, as you can tell. If you can't tell, they are concrete. lay the fourth one in there from the bottom. I don't know. It'll probably lay down right there. Boat tire's not going to go down that far anyways. It's 4 feet deep right there. How it works. At least the last one is the one that's a little chewed up. Heck, that looks pretty good. Looks like a nice little boat ramp to me, doesn't it? I like it. Oh yeah. Let's see if I can round up a little bit of dirt and put right there to backfill that. Don't really have, kind of need the grading bucket on, but oh, I've made a mess. I'm tearing everything up. I just knew this machine would set that in place a lot easier. Alright, I just have to fix this back. For rain on Monday, so I wanted to get this put in place before it rained. Definitely be nastier. Look at that nice green grass coming up on the pond dam though. Well, 4 o'clock is late enough to work on a Saturday. I got those hog slats in, ended up putting 6 over there for the boat ramp down. That turned out really well. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them up there, just kind of laid them out for some fish structure. And I just took the skid steer and ran down the road, kind of cleaned up the edges a little bit, kind of see how that's going to shape up. When I come back Monday, I'm going to probably go down there. Well, I got to cut out topsoil for the road where it goes through the field, haul that down here to finish filling in the shoulders. I'll probably go up there and start digging a borrow pit. I need maybe about 2 loads right here. I want to raise this road up where it tapers so much, and I'll probably end up cutting that back the other direction so that that will drain that way. I cut a little bit of a swell over here to kind of carry that runoff back down that little strip right there. So, but yeah, let me walk down here and I'll show you the ultimate plan. You kind of see I was able to cut this down. It's just going to be a lot easier to keep that mowed. I'll probably run the rake right down that top edge there once all said and done and blend it in, but I got to wait till I raise this up because it's going to be 6 inches of stone here, so I'll end up having to pull a little bit more topsoil back, or maybe dump a little bit right there, whatever works, to backfill that. But we took that dirt, put it right here. I mean, as you can tell, before it was a straight down drop off almost, and that's very hard to keep maintained. So cutting that back, and everything's gonna make everything look a lot better and flow through here real nicely. All right, well, I hope everybody has a good weekend, and I'll be back here Monday.